Hello there.
So Godzilla and Kong are going to be having a pretty epic rematch in Godzilla x Kong the New Empire, but even more than that, Kong and Skar King are going to be having a really epic fight in Godzilla x Kong. We are going to discuss the implication of this fight, what is going to happen. We're going to break down all the juicy details and how this affects the Monsterverse overall. If you guys enjoy my Monsterverse content, then consider subscribing, and let's get into the video.
The Atomic Fair.
So this is a scene that we have already seen shots of in the trailer in Godzilla x Kong the New Empire's official trailer, as well as the teaser trailer showing the scene where Kong meets the ape tribe, as well as introduces himself to Skar King. Or should I say Skar King introduces himself to Kong, because that's actually what seems to be happening here in the scene. But we are going to discuss what happens in the scene, break it down a little bit based on the latest leaks that have kind of hit Reddit and hit the internet as well. Like I said, guys, at this point we pretty much have a full idea of what is going to happen in Godzilla x Kong the New Empire, but it's not going to make it any less exciting to watch the movie, right? If you guys enjoy the content on my channel, then you already know that these leaks only make me more hyped to see the movie. So let's discuss what's going to happen in this scene. It says this about Kong and Skar King's fight. So I'm going to start here basically from the beginning of the scene when Kong is first introduced to the ape tribe by Zuko. It says, when Kong's led into Skar King's village by Zuko, Skar King initially mocks Kong's silver tooth implant in front of his ape army, even going as far as to walk up to Kong and shove his finger in his mouth to inspect it closer. Kong's surprisingly okay with this, as he's just happy to find others of his kind, but his happiness doesn't last long as Skar begins lashing out at Zuko for leading Kong to them. Another ape steps in to take up for Zuko, but Skar throws them into a river of lava, and this infuriates Kong. To really drive home Skar King's brutality, we get a shot of severed ape heads on pikes displayed in the village as a warning to those who step out of line. When Kong discovers Shimo, she's imprisoned by enormous shackles and a collar made of Titan spinal cords. Shimo completely dwarfs Kong in the shot of her staring him down. Kong's beast glove is a powerful glove upgrade given to him after Shimo injures Kong's arm. It simultaneously heals his frostbite while also pumping him with adrenaline, effectively boosting his strength and ferocity. It also sometimes generates a mild blue electrical surge, like when he knocks Skar King's teeth out with it in Rio, but it's unclear if it actually adds any more power to his attacks or if it's just a visual flare. Now, some additional details that we know about the Skar King and Kong fight, and basically the whole scene of when Skar King and Kong meet up, is that there's also going to be a scene where Kong uses Zuko as a weapon. I don't know if this is going to end up in the final movie, but this is what early leaks kind of said about the movie. And now this is basically what one of the earlier leaks said about the scene where we see Zuko being thrown around by Kong, I guess in kind of a Hulk and Loki kind of way. I don't really know, but using him as a weapon to kind of hit other apes. It says Zuko alongside a group of apes jump Kong, but Kong grabs Zuko and uses him as a blunt weapon to fight off the apes. Kong and Skar King face off, where Kong is defeated, loses his axe, and has his arm frostbitten by Shimo. Some other potential details include Zuko later getting caught in one of Kong's traps and is left behind by the rest of the Skar King's troop. We learn Zuko's not as aggressive as Skar King, and he and Kong begin to bond. It says Skar King is a brutal, power-hungry orangutan-like titan who's enslaved a troop of Kongs and rules his underground empire with an iron fist. He sports a whip made of Titan bone that he wears around his shoulder like a bullet chain. At the tip of his whip is a crystal that can control his secret weapon that he plans to unleash on the surface world, a particularly ancient Titan called Shimo, capable of causing a new ice age. Shimo is a huge pearlescent reptile-like Titan that somewhat resembles a bearded dragon. It has ice-based abilities and blue ice crystals that align its head and back. Skar King rides it into battle. Now that is a leak that was months and months and months old, but it gives us a ton of details about this entire battle that's going to happen between Skar King and Kong, and really gives us a good frame of reference for what Godzilla x Kong the New Empire is going to contain and what this kind of means for the Monsterverse. We know that Skar King has been living in the Hollow Earth for hundreds of thousands of years, or at the bare minimum thousands of years at this point. He has been trapped, he has been enslaved in the Hollow Earth, trying to get to the surface world so that he can take over the surface world. He seems to have been banished there, potentially by the Godzillas or by different other various Titans. So some insane developments that we have about Godzilla Godzilla x Kong and what's going to happen in the film. And really, guys, the Monsterverse and the lore is just getting so rich, and I think this is something that is just so awesome to see for the Monsterverse. I think it's all really well done, and I think it's all done in really good taste, and it really honors Godzilla's legacy in a good way. But whatever you guys think about my breakdown of the fight that's going to happen with Kong and Skar King, as well as the scene where Skar King and Kong meet up for the first time, and Kong is also introduced to the ape tribe. Whatever you guys think about that, comment down below and let me know. And for this video, that is all I got, guys. So until the next one, be safe and stay well. Bye-bye.